What is going on, guys? Zip over HQuit TV, gonna be casting the ESEA Clanwar. This is week 1, match 2. If you don't know what ESEA is, well, it's an esports organization. I think it's $5,000 for this season. I'm not exactly sure on the prize pool. And let me make sure, yes, my mic is good, so we're all good to go. First game of the day, so I just had to make sure my whole setup was fine. But again, ESEA, well, the esports organization, hosts a lot of tournaments, but mainly known for Counter-Strike. And they are just getting into the StarCraft 2. I shouldn't say just, they have been in it for a while, but no one's really given them coverage. So definitely check out this league. This is going to be one that will be pretty big in the future. So let's get to this game. It is a ZVP on Tal'Darim Dream from 4K, and this is the same 4K that was back in Warcraft 3, prevalent between 2003 and 2008 when they housed Grubby. Of course, Grubby left for EG and now is on his own team, but 4Kings has been around for some time, and they used to be successful in Warcraft 3, going to try their foot in StarCraft 2, and we have Mkengyn, I think this is. I don't exactly know how to pronounce his name, but I'm pretty sure it's Mkengyn, spawning as the Teal Zerg. I don't really know too much from Czech 6, but as Idra would say, he's from Czech 6, he should be good. Idra has a lot of faith in Czech 6, or a lot of respect, and we'll see if that respect is hard-earned or not. Mkengyn will be going for a pull first, I would assume. He's at 14 supply. The probe is right here. If he didn't go for the pull first, well, a forge could come down, ruin his day, put 3 pylons right here, and do a cannon block, and keep the Zerg player on one base. But there goes the pull, so that's not going to be happening. As you can see, the probe is waiting for it. Has stolen a few minerals. Meanwhile, the forge is going down from Dream. And it looks like Dream will just be taking a Nexus probably around the 17 mark. Could be 18. I don't think he'll throw down another pylon before Nexus. I think that would be a little bit of a mistake. Maybe he'll go for a cannon before the Nexus. That's the only thing he may put before that, and we will find out. He is blocking it with a pylon and now getting out. Of course, that pylon will be canceled as Lings do come out. Maybe the pylon won't get canceled. I don't think it's going to delay the hatch too much, even with Lings. And the dangerous thing right now is, okay, it does get canceled there. But what Mkengyn could do, if this probe died, or he just left the pylon and went away, what I would say Mkengyn could do is he could get a drone and a few links, take out the pylon, and then do a baneling bust, because the baneling bust will happen just before the Cyber Next Core finishes, so they can't really wall it. So get a baneling bust, blow up the cannon or a pylon, whatever the weakest structure for the wall is, and this is what I'm talking about. The probe leaves, the drone acts like he wants to take expansion. He doesn't have to take this expansion, but he is anyways. That is just one cheesy way to go about a win. Baneling busts do very, very good against the cannon, because once the 4 banelings have come in here, taken out this cannon, well, there's nothing really to stop the speedlings from behind it. We'll see what both these players end up doing. Mkengyn gonna just be playing for a macro game. This is the first game of the series. If you don't know how these series run, well, each clan gets 4 players. They do 4 separate BO3s. The person who has the best record does advance. Well, he doesn't advance. He gets the win of the day. And I think it's tied 2-2. They go into an ace. I'm not 100% sure. I know every match does matter, though. Nexus now just finishing, gonna keep chrono boosting some probes out. You can see the Cyber Next Core built in the front, and his wall is gonna be very sturdy. This is to probably protect against baneling bust. If it was to come, he could put a pylon here and a pylon back here and kind of get an emergency wall. Get a few more detonations. You do see that Mkengyn did sneak a 3rd base, but Dream was on top of that and already scouted it. Now the probe is gonna be gonna try to go back home, but most likely it will not be making it. And those Lings are catching up to it, and the probe is about to go. The Lings are getting so close, and ooh, the shield does absorb 1 hit, and now is it going to? 1 Ling backs off, and there we go. That Ling does get the kill. Going to this drone count, you do see 28 to 29. Yes, a Stargate was in production. Dream is going to be going for a Stargate opener. Still hasn't got a Zealot, but he has this 1 cannon, so 1 Ling cannot just run right on through. Dream taking the watchtower so he can see any type of void ray that is coming. This expansion was extremely quick, so he's going to be able to get a queen out or a spore caller with no problem. But that doesn't stop the void ray and Phoenix from being annoying and picking off just stray overlords hanging around the map. There's one over here, like it's pointed out, one here. And then this one that's not so stray. We'll see exactly what Dream ends up doing, but Zergs kind of have got used to this. This was popularized by MC like 3 months ago, when you get the gateway and the Stargate, and then Zerg just did not have an answer for it no matter what map it was on. And this Tal'Darim Altar is probably one of the worst maps to do it just because of the size. They will always, or should always, have anti-air up at this base. There's really no excuse not to. And the one link just trying to get whatever scouting. Oh, he can see that Stargate. Stargate not placed far enough behind the wall. So yeah, this is not going to work out. But oh, Mkengyn getting a roach one. I don't know exactly why he'd be getting a roach one, because that does not count on Void Rays that well. He does know it's going to be coming. Maybe he's going to try to put enough pressure on to just break down the wall and kill Dream. I'm kind of surprised he didn't just go for a super fast lair and get a few queens and a Spore Crawler for defense. He knows that the Void Ray is coming. Well, there's no excuse he shouldn't know, and he doesn't have anti-air. You can see he sees this. He sees the Void Ray being produced. But now he is just getting that Spore Crawler, being extremely late on that. Now the Void Ray is going to charge up, forces the cancel. Another queen is out to deal with it. But if Phoenix were to come, he could start picking off queens, and there would go Mkengyn's anti-air. But he does have that spare queen. This one queen not really going away from home to defend against that. This third base does have one Spore Crawler. I think he needs two to protect this base pretty well. 2 Void Rays could easily go in, find a sweet spot when the Spore Crawler uproots, then go take it out. But it looks like those Void Rays are just watching the watchtowers, and behind this, we have a lot more gateways, but the Overlord sees everything. This does get scouted. The 7 or 8 gate follow-up to this does get scouted, and we'll see if Mkengyn can defend this. And his roach one right now was such a good call, because he will need roaches to kind of defend this. Of course, if Voiders are coming out, chances are they're not going to have too many Stalkers. You'd have to sacrifice either Stalkers or Sentries, and Sentries are a better unit in my opinion, but Void Rays now taking out the Queens. This Queen out to lunge. What are you doing, Queen? Oh man, that is a pretty big mistake. And this one Void Ray getting really low on life. This one could solo the Queen if he wanted to stick back, but it looks like they are both just going to get out while we have Dream coming in. And now Mkengyn's in a lot of trouble. Once the one Queen does fall, doesn't have too much anti-air. More force fields do come out, and a lot of these roaches are going to be going down. It's about 10 minutes and 45 seconds into this game, and I think Hydras, he had enough time to get those out, and that would have been good against Void Rays plus Gateway units. As we see right now, Dream is just inside Mkengyn's base and just tearing it all up. His hatch is going to be going down. He does have the third base, and going to this worker count, he is at 56 drones, now producing 7 Hydras. And will he defend this? If he does, it will be just barely. Now pulling back, those Hydras are just about to pop, and are they spawning at this base? Yes! He has 3 Hydras at that base, and that is definitely not good. 24 workers have been killed. He is struggling. He has 3 Hydras walking very slowly across the map. And pylon's now going up so he can reinforce this. It's looking like it's going to be a lost cause. Dream just has too much right now. Transfuse does go off on the Queen. Saves it for a little bit to get a few more Zealots. Zealots do go down, but now this pylon's just about to finish. These 3 Hydras doing stuff, and this pylon's over here bringing in extra units. And the Void Rays do fall, and will Mkengyn actually be able to hold this? The workers are 37 drones to 40 probes, so even though he's lost a lot of drones, if he holds this, there is a chance he'd still be in this game. He does have a very good unit composition with the Hydras to counter everything that Dream has, but he just doesn't have the quantity of units to really repel this attack. He is trying to reproduce, but again, I fear he is building Hydras at the wrong hatch. And now these Stalkers getting microed back as they get lower and lower at HP. Some Sentries and Zealots coming in. This Overlord is going to be falling. And now the Roach one is going to fall. And then, well, he's got the Hydra Den. So the Roaches he doesn't absolutely need. One Hydra getting picked off. As you can see, more Hydras are walking across. Built at the wrong hatch. Drone's going to be coming off the line, and will these two Hydras and drones be the saving grace? However, a robotics bay has been produced, or it's just about finished, so Colossus will be a great follow-up. Mkengyn just barely holds on. It's 52 supply, 256, 30 drones to 48 probes, and it looks like these two Stalkers and Zealot get a free get out of base card. And now these pylons have to go down. If he takes all the pylons out, well, he won't even be close to supply capping his opponent. 66 out of 124 supply. And hold on 1 second. There we go. Something had started downloading. I wanted to end that before it started. That pylon is going to be falling. The observer comes. He's like, yes! You are building Hydras. You fit in my plan perfectly. This base is fairly well saturated. This natural going back up. But you have that Colossus count growing ever so slightly. He's at 1 right now. He'll be going for 2 very soon, as that 1 about a quarter way done. He also has +1 attack. And over for Mkengyn, he has +2 attack on his range, getting that Hydra ranged upgrade. But Hydras against Colossus, no matter how many you have, it's just not enough. It's almost like trying to take out Mutalisks with Zealots. It's just not going to happen. Well, I guess if the Colossus do get naked, the Hydras can do damage and kill them, but the Colossus will never be naked, and that's about all there is to it. Colossus pretty much wreck Hydras. Hydras are going to be taking out these rocks so we can go for a 4th base. And Mkengyn just re-macroing up. Hasn't really built like army units in some time. As we go to this army tab, you can see 25 supply, 261 in the army. He has been focusing on getting that drone count back up, and now he's at building 10 drones. With these, he may be able to start building more units, but he needs Aspire to get Corruptors to have a chance against this Colossus. It's looking pretty grim. That's a lot of Zealots. He does have the upgrade advantage, though. So, Mkengyn could work a miracle. Now there's 3 Colossus, and Colossus do, let's see, how much damage do they do? 17. Hydras have 80 life. So, 2 volleys from 3 Colossus, and they will be taken out. And going to this army, oh, this looks like it may just be a massacre. 83 supply, 251. And these Hydras and Roaches are going to be moving down the ramp. That's not what they want to do. 8 more Roaches on the way. But again, these Colossus are going to be the turning point of this game. Well, not the turning point, just the final nail in the coffin. Colossus raining down on this natural. Natural most likely going to go down again. Colossus taking some damage, but deal out a lot more damage than they took. As you can see, those Roaches all injured now. Pylon being placed so we can whoop in units. 10 more Roaches on the way. Creep tumors are gonna be falling. And he does have a sentry for some force fields if he wants to place them. And there they go. Those Zealots, though, just soaking up the damage. They don't care about force fields. They're just gonna be walking right through them. And now the Colossus is gonna be taking out the force fields. And we are on a move for Dream right now. Colossus is going to be taking out this natural. Well, the Roaches are getting us around all those Colossus. 1 Colossus does fall, but more Stalkers come to back it up. Going in this army supply, it is 63 to 56, but I think there's just too many Stalkers. The natural goes down yet again. Colossus does go. No, there goes the GG.